Mic check, mic check. What's going on? Welcome back to another episode of Hip Hop Snapshots. As always, I'm your host, Ross Martinez. And for the last few episodes, we've been looking at how hip hop has a lot of different voices and different perspectives and different cultures that add into it. This series isn't about genres taking over a space. It's about what happens when people bring their culture with them. And instead of closing the door, a community says, take a seat, let's have a conversation. Hip hop was born in the Bronx because immigrants, black and brown families, and working class people were packed together with nothing but creativity, necessity, and shared space. No blueprint of how to be successful, no permission to create, just culture bumping into culture, and something beautiful happened. That same foundation, that migration, adaptation, survival, and expression is why reggaeton exists. So today isn't about who invented what. It's about what happens when sound travels with people, when rhythm crosses borders, and when community gets built in real time. So grab a milk crate, take a seat. It's time to talk hip hop history, but with a little Sofrito in the mix. Before reggaeton had a name, it had rhythm. And before that rhythm hit the clubs, it hit the docks. I'm talking about the late 70s and early 80s when West Indian workers brought Jamaican reggae and dancehall to Panama, carried through the Panama Canal, and one of the world's busiest crossroads. Sound systems, rhythms, R-I-D-D-I-M-S, with bass you can feel in your chest. Panamanian youth didn't treat the music like something that was foreign to them. They treated it like something cool, new, and oddly familiar. They rapped over Jamaican dancehall rhythms in Spanish, same energy, just a new voice. That sound became reggae en español, pioneered by artists like Ed General, that's the general, and Renato, R-E-N-A-T-O. And this is important because nothing was stolen in this. Nothing was erased. Culture just adapted the same way hip-hop did in the Bronx. And here's where hip-hop enters the picture. Caribbean families weren't just moving through Panama and Puerto Rico. They were moving to New York, Miami, and other U.S. cities as well. At that same time, they were hearing reggae and dancehall. They were absorbing breakbeats, DJ culture, MCs, and freestyle battles. They carried that music home with them in cassettes in their backpacks, vinyls in suitcases, stories at the dinner table. You get the idea. This back and forth created a feedback loop. Caribbean rhythm meets hip-hop structure. Hip-hop attitude meets island cadence. Hip-hop didn't replace the sound, it just gave it a shape. By the early 90s, that sound landed heavy in Puerto Rico. Not on radio, not on TV, but where hip-hop does its best work. The underground. Parking lots, car trunks, and mixtapes passed hand to hand. Producers like DJ Playero, that's P-L-A-Y-E-R-O, and DJ Nelson. You should know how to spell Nelson, dog. Both of them fused Jamaican rhythms with hip-hop drums, Spanish street slang, and raw neighborhood storytelling. It wasn't party music at first, it was more about identity. And just like early hip-hop, it made people uncomfortable. There are police raids, censorship, and moral panic. Sound familiar? History has a unique way of repeating itself. Listen to me. Reggaeton didn't just mirror hip-hop's rise, it walked the same path. Then came The Noise, not a group, it's a platform. They didn't create chart toppers, they created infrastructure. They connected Puerto Rico with New York, island youth with diaspora kids, big word of the day, look it up, and the underground with opportunity. Just like early hip-hop crews, they built a space before the spotlight had shown up for them. They proved something hip-hop had always known. Culture moves first, the industry follows later. In 2004, reggaeton crossed a line it would never come back from. This song. They overplayed the shit out of this song. Dame más gasolina. Oh my God. Every Becky, Susie, Lou I knew, man, that was the one song they knew. But Gasolina by Daddy Yankee hit clubs worldwide. And suddenly that sound of the underground was everywhere. Daddy Yankee, Don Amar, Tego Calderon, Calle 13. They didn't strip the music of its roots, they translated it. Hip hop had swagger, dancehall rhythm, Puerto Rican identity. Same way hip hop translated itself when it went global. Different ingredients, same recipe. From there, reggaeton, it kept growing. You have Latin trap and global pop. New voices started coming in. Artists like Bad Bunny and J Belvin didn't erase reggaeton's past. They amplified it in a new way. Reggaeton didn't stop being Caribbean. It became worldwide. And hip-hop never left the DNA either. You can hear hip-hop in the flows, the cadence, the storytelling. This isn't what I would call a culture clash. It was more a culture collaboration. And that is very important. And here's the real lesson in today's episode. Reggaeton matters for the same reason hip-hop does. Because it proves that when people migrate, cultures migrate with them. And when communities make room, something new gets born. Hip-hop didn't lose space when reggaeton came into the building. It just gained new family. Different islands, different blocks, same baseline. Mic check, mic check. That's another episode of Hip Hop Snapshots. I'm your host, Ross Martinez. And hopefully, what you're learning throughout all these episodes is that when we come together with respect and give people a space to experience and grow and build communities, something beautiful comes of that. That's why hip hop began. That's how it keeps growing. By inviting people into the party. But when you get that invitation, you better come correct, because you'll get bounced quick. And if you at a party and you hear someone screaming, "Hey, yo, whose man's is this?" Just pray that ain't your man, or you ain't the man. This is what you got to remember here. Protect the roots, honor the bridges, and remember, when cultures collaborate with care, they don't cancel each other out. They build a community. Until next time, I gave you some names. Go dig through the crates and you will discover hip hop is beautiful because it's inclusionary. So go. Be hip hop. I'm out. Peace.